The truth behind hip hop artists getting played by women, groupies. Oh my God. Should I just call it the truth behind hip hop artists and groupies? Now, back in the days, groupies were called skeezers. And I don't know why it changed, because that's all it is. It's a skeezer! These women have, on the self-esteem meter, they ain't even on the chart. Or the periodic table. And what I mean by that is, they wait at hotels. They find out where the artists are coming into town. Some drive all the way 30, 40, 50, 60 miles to the town. They get their girlfriends. They come up there and wear the skimpiest outfits. I have seen this up close. I have seen this firsthand. And I tell you, we have had some of the baddest women on the planet. Rap videos, vixens, all of them. All because they want to get to the rap star. And they'll do anything in the world to get there. Self-esteem has been flushed down a toilet. We was with Soulja Boy. He came back to Chicago, and his man Moncrief and everybody over there, the GDs is there, and he's sitting there right by the bus, and all these girls are lined up on the fence. This girl couldn't be no more than 13 years old, saying the most outlandish stuff I've ever heard a young girl say. She was talking like a regular porn star. And he thought it was funny. She still wasn't going to get on the bus. And I'm like, why is she doing this? She's not finna get on the bus. And she's begging him to get on this bus, like crying to get on the bus. And I'm like, is this girl retarded? Same thing with what was that, Nelly? Nelly came into town and they had an after party, and they took the groupies. First off, Nelly didn't want to be bothered with the groupies all over him because he was with somebody. So he'll just let them take a picture and then that's it. So he had to switch his hotel because there was so many of them waiting on them to come back to the hotel. The lobby was full. So when they saw the bus up, he had to change his room to a whole nother hotel. He told his manager, like, I can't stay here tonight. You see all the women out there? He's like, they ain't got this thing secured. I want to go to the Trump Tower. So they told him, like, look, we can't get you in the Trump right now because they had a business conference and a lot of the rooms that Nelly wanted was taken, so he had to go to the Drake. And they put him in the Drake, and all the St. Lunatics, they stayed at the hotel right there with all the chicks. So they had all the chicks, and all the girls are doing all this stuff, going up 3, 4, 5 at a time. And they say, is Nelly coming? He's like, oh, yeah, Nelly coming. Nelly was already gone. he wasn't thinking about coming out there. Then, being around Floyd, these women, it's the same way. Because they thinking, I'm going to get with one of these artists. They're going to take care of me. Or athletes. And I'm going to be set for the rest of my life. Chris Bosh's wife. I mean, a lot of people that had her. She done made her way around the table. From Lil Wayne to Floyd Before Chris Bosh, you know, a lot of people had her. But she got a little money going around, you know, around the circle. Going around the bend. So, Lil Wayne is one of the biggest targets out there because he spends so much money on women. So he becomes such a big target. And then he gets them pregnant. That's all women need to hear. Oh, I get a baby by Lil Wayne, I'm straight. He sleep with anybody. And that's the word out. And it's like, dude, his manager's telling him, like, man, wear a condom. Why you keep doing this with these girls, man? He's like, man, I don't care, I got money. Wayne's like, man, I don't give a F about no money. And he proved that. He really didn't. He gave about 100 grand to a stripper in one night. A stripper. At a strip club. A couple of strippers, he's just making it rain. He threw out about 100,000. I swear to you, Lil Wayne spent about at least $100,000 a day on strippers. He went to the strip club 3 straight nights in a row and had to spend at a minimum $100,000 each day. And I said, man, he finna be broke. There's no way he can continue this spending. Somebody else who spends a lot, Kanye West. But Kanye is he was smarter than a lot of these other guys. He go to the strip clubs with porn stars. He was hooked to porn chicks. And addicted to just staying in the strip club all day. And spending money, but they know how to come up. Look at all these guys' girlfriends. Most of them have slid down a pole in their life. They just happen to be the one. And all these other strippers see it happen, so they hang out at the nightclubs. That's why they don't strip on certain nights. They see who coming into town. They had a best friend, or they'll get in contact with the booking agent, and they'll get up with him saying, can I meet so-and-so, wear some outfit that they didn't rent it, and they finna take back, and they living in some little apartment shack with 50,000 clothes thrown everywhere because they don't know how to clean up anything. All they know about is looking good and getting themselves made up to go out. Cleaning wasn't part of the process. And then you dealing with kids who's in their 20s who just got some money for the first time in their life, because before all that they was broke. Nobody was rich and became a rapper. That's just not gonna happen. So they were broke and now they got money for the first time, and they don't know how to act. So they just gonna wild out as if this is gonna last forever. And the girl knows it don't last forever. She's there to get as much of it as she can before it goes out and move on to the next. That's all they here for. So while they're here, you capitalize on it. And then we had the girl that wouldn't leave. Now, here's a scenario that happened. I can't say no names, but one girl didn't want to leave. And it becomes a situation where they want the cops to be called. They want to be hauled off. They want this attention. Or they want to stay the night. So what happens is, it becomes an emergency type situation. where the person, athlete or artist, gets dressed, call the manager, they come pick them up, they leave. And she'll say something like, I'm going to start screaming if you leave me in the room. Hotel security's right there, right with the artist. The artist will leave. She'll be in the room, right with everybody else, his homies and everybody else is with her. They'll call hotel security to come in after the artist is already gone with the manager. They leave. They get her and escort her out. Whether she's screaming, kicking, or whatever, she's getting thrown out of the hotel. So it depends on where you at. They've seen this behavior all the time. They know the protocol. If you go to a good, exquisite hotel. Now, if you go to something like the Zanzibar, where they got the stuff glued to the table, that had to have been one of the cheapest motels I had ever been to in my life. If you in Chicago, you know about the Zanzibar. They got the remote control glued to the table. I'm like, how can I turn? What's the sense of having a remote control and it's glued to the table? I can't even pick it up to change no channels. I got to stand up by the coffee table, hit the buttons on it in order to work the TV. The bed's it's like a brick bed with dust all over it. I'm like, never again would I be in the Zanzibar. But anyway, I got off subject. So, basically that's how the operation works. Now, what they also do is they work DJs. When everybody has these hosts, like this such and such is going to be the host tonight of this party or whatever. They always let the women in free. The girls will bring their girls. But in order to get to the VIP or where the athletes are, they normally have to give a blowjob to one of the guys who's hosting or the DJ or both. You know, girls know how to work their magic. Nowadays, back then in the days, girls would have to do something to get back there. Today, they can just rub a guy on the arm and he'll be giving them a watch and everything else. And that's because this generation don't know how to talk to women. They think everything is a rap song. And so the first thing come out their mouth, instead of saying, hey, how you doing, is, I'll buy you a house. I'll buy you a car. They don't even get the name. They already talking about what they finna buy. So the women expect that. All these men are tricks, and they supposed to all trick on them. Because they don't know how to hold a conversation with a woman. It's sad. I see it. I feel for them. But they wonder, like, man, you don't have to pay for nothing. I'm like, no. I'm like, they should be paying for me. I saw Pimps Up and Hoes Down. That changed my whole life. I'm like, yeah. I saw that. I had to call my girlfriend right there. You know what? You need to get mashing for some rations. That made my whole day. That changed everything. Why am I paying? Why am I pulling out doors for you? I'm the star. I was like, you know what? He's right. Yeah, that movie ruined me. Ever since then, girls been trying to compete to keep up with me. They feel like this guy has no tattoos. He can speak a complete sentence. I would like to take him home to meet my mother. And because of that, I would be the one up over anybody, her sisters and her aunties at the family picnic. Then, so that makes me a treasure, a prize. Something they want to try to conquer and get and take home and show the family. Look, I got the good one. And that puts me in the driver's seat. Because they're going to cater to whatever I want to do. Because they want me to fill that gap that they want. That respect. Like, I know I screwed up. I got knocked out by 3 guys who's all locked up. But this is the guy right here. He's the good one. Look at him. Look how he dressed. Look how he carries himself. He'll be great in front of the parents. He ain't gonna cuss them out or nothing. He's got a good job. He's got a lining. And that's what they want. See, no matter what, women always gonna need somebody to take out the garbage and meet their parents. They gotta have something to go to work and tell somebody about. They don't want to tell about the guy with tattoos and the white tee and lay on the couch playing Madden all day and don't have a job. That's not attractive. That's not what you want to go to work telling people. Oh, what your man do? Oh, he play Madden. So, you flip the script, and now you are in the control of everything that's going on. You dictate. She don't want to upset you. She don't want this to be blown. And the way you do that is keep them on the string. Never be satisfied with anything. Just make sure everything she do is it's good enough. Like it'll do. But never be satisfied. Because then once she's satisfied, then she can stop trying to satisfy you. So you just want to make sure it's good enough. It'll do. Type attitude. Gotta give them a pat on the head every now and then. Let them know they're doing a good job. But keep up the good work. That way it keeps the motivation like it's working. You know. Then when it gets to a point where you gotta end it, or either commit, then that's a choice you have to make. You'll hear that line, what are we then? Or where is this going? What am I to you? When you hear these type of things, you know you're getting near the climax with this person. And if this is not a person you're going to go with for the rest of your life and build with, then you know that this ride is getting ready to come to an end. So you can try to stretch it as long as you can, but your time is growing shorter now. Because she's at wit's end, so hopefully you've had a couple of rides on this roller coaster before they get ready to close it down. And then somebody else turn to get the ticket. Now this time, you know, you found a new roller coaster. And this is how it all works out. I just gave you my life story. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's about me. So, use this and the man handbook, and you will never fail. I forgot the man rules. I gotta write them all down and give you guys the man rules. Rule number 1, never date a woman in the workplace. Rule number 2, first remember rule number 1. Rule number 3, don't date married women. I know that. It's bad karma. So, other than that, well, I'm about done because I'm exhausted. I went way over what I was supposed to do today. But I'm telling you, women are crazy. They crazy, yo. And this is what the man have to do to survive. You gotta flip the script. The young guys, y'all got to learn how to talk to women. Quit trying about you finna buy them something every 2 seconds. Man, I got this. I'm balling this. Next thing you know, she looking for the Gucci bag, the Fendi, the Michael Kors. They looking for that out the door. Because some sucker done promised it to her. He ain't even got her last name. So y'all gotta stop being simps and learn how to talk to him and realize you a man. Like, man, you were here first. Act like it.